Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is my Metal Gear Rising S-Rank walkthrough. This is the second part to File 4. This is the elevator fights. And I was actually quite concerned about these fights because I knew they were going to be tough. And I got them all except for the last one on the first attempt, which made me really happy. And the cool thing about it is it tells you that you're getting better at the game, because the trials so far have made you a better player, so that encounters like this one end up going much smoother than you expected them to. And this is only 3 enemies and 2 geckos, but 2 geckos in this really confined space can be tricky. But there is the first fight, exploiting the parry to dominate them. It went really smooth. There's the S rank. The second fight is, here's a couple shield guys. So you can pincer the shield, you can counter the shield, or you can just get around the back of the soldiers and use blade mode. There's plenty of ways of dealing with these guys, they're nothing special. Try and get as many Zandatsus off them as you can. You'll notice what's dropping onto the pad is a little bit more special. 2 Fenriers. Luckily enough they both go towards each other, so I can hit them both while I attack, and I can also watch them both, which is very important. So I think there's something behind me, I can't quite tell what it is. It might be a raptor. But there is the Zandatsu on the Cyclops. Something is up my arse. There it is. There's the block on the Raptor. The Raptor's already armor broke. There's the block on his attack. There's the stun. And I'll probably just Zandatsu him. So, once again, this sword is really shining and showing why I'm using it, because it's so good. It is literally... Everybody's, so blindsided by Sam's sword and by how powerful the Foxblade is, but this is the equivalent of an armor-killing Foxblade. It seems, all humble on the surface, but if you can get that special effect working in your favour, it's easy mode. It's so good. Such a fun sword. And to get it, I think you've got to do VR missions. I'm not quite sure though, guys. Don't quote me on that. You can always, Google search and find it. But for this one, do not jump directly onto the lift when you get the first opportunity. You have to kill a bunch of guys first. I don't know if you need to get the rank, but it feels like you should. I generally go across once I've killed the armoured cyborg, because there's a bunch of the standard guys. So get your Zandatsus, kill the handy people, build your combo, and then kill the armoured guy, and then jump onto the other elevator, and you should be guaranteed the rank. We'll soon find out. You'll notice I'm using the pole arm, because it's so good at crowd control. There is the heavy right there. There's the slide attack. Hit the sword, get the stun. I'm continuing to slash to break his armour. Oh wow, second guy. All sorts of madness kicking off. There's the Zandatsu on the cyborg. All that's left to be done now is to kill the guys on this bit and then jump across to the other elevator, and you should have the S. So there we go. Probably get more score if you kill all of them and pick up all the bits, but I was very paranoid that the lift was going to fall and kill you. So this is tough. This is the hardest fight on the lift. First phase, is a hammer guy, I think. Hammer guy and some sliders. So I'm focusing on the hammer guy because the sliders are easy, but they're a nuisance. As soon as you get the armor break, you'll notice I threw a red phosphorus grenade. The reason I did that is so that the dudes in the air don't shoot me. And you'll notice I get really lucky because they're all close together, and when I jump up I kill 3 of them, so all the sliders are dead, and immediately come the mastiffs. There's the red phosphorus, there's the stun on him. I have no idea what's going on there, but something is. And there's one more of these guys, I think, and he should be just stumbling around. He doesn't know where I am. There he is. I've got the wrong weapon on. I thought I had the Sai. I would never attack these normally with the pole arm, because as good as it is, it's not going to stun them unless you do the jump attack. But how powerful are those grenades? 2 grenades, simple. There's your S rank. Telling you folks, red phosphorus for life. So this is another example of why I would like to be a games designer, because the person who put the checkpoint for this room before you press the button is the guy that I would really like to punch. Because I understand why it's that way. It's probably to hide a loading screen so that it can generate what's in this room, but at the same time, On the boss fight against Mistral, which was a much more complicated and highly technical room compared to this one, we were bang in front of her at the checkpoint, so why isn't the checkpoint in this room? It just makes a lot more sense. I don't understand that at all. But quickest way to kill Mistral is to break the pole, wait for her to throw one of those dudes at you and counter it. I did it by accident then. I was just trying to attack her, just doing my normal thing. I landed the parry and it one-shots her. It's insane. Then for Monsoon, if you put your back to a wall, it'll stop him from being able to come from that side. And it's just the easiest way of isolating where he comes from. That right there, I knew he was going to fly in. I just didn't know from what direction, so I got lucky there with the block. There's the EMP, there's me missing with blade mode, because sometimes it can be a bit of a nuisance. And this is one of those fights where the Mistral fight was about as clean as it can get, and the Monsoon fight is not clean at all, because I run out of EMP grenades, and the only way to stun him when you run out is either with perfect parries or with the Sai. And because I'm using the Bloodlust to get the damage, I don't have the Sai on. So I think about, putting it on, and then I don't put it on, and I end up putting it on after this, because I don't want to ruin this run by mistiming that move, because I've never ever parried that move, because I've never really had him do it against me. He's always been stunned. So I'm not giving it, and I'm not risking it at all, because there's just no need. But there's the side charge, there's the stun, there's the slap on the face. Here comes the obligatory Bloodlust. And this should kill him. Or maybe not, needs a little bit more. I'm surprised at that. Sometimes, if I'd have waited for him to stand up and fully form, I think that might have killed him. Because I've easily took 30% off this boss with a fully charged pincer. It might have been the level 3 hit, I'm not sure. There he goes again with his little fag handle. But there's the stun with the Sai. Come in, slash the face. And hopefully, now you've got your no damage bonus, that should be an S rank. See how well we did. Time was decent, combo was not the best, kills was probably not the best. Yeah, BP was bad, but luckily enough it was just enough to get what we needed. So after Sundowner finishes his speech, if you run back into this room, there's going to be a bonus mission, and I missed this fight when I was trying to S rank this level on hard. And there's 2 raptors, and then there's a bunch of the sliders in the air. So it's entirely preference of which you take out first. I view the sliders obviously as a nuisance more than a threat, and this room took me a couple of tries, so instead of going directly for the sliders, I went for the raptors, and the raptors fell quite well in this successful attempt. So it was one of those cases where, because I had such good success killing the raptors, the sliders just didn't stand a chance at that point. But this is a fight you're going to repeat, I guarantee it. Sundowner is an easy boss to kill, but he's a difficult boss to S rank, because you need to do a lot of different criteria to get this, and this fight maybe took me 20 kills for Sundowner to get the rank. It was stupid, and I had to fight him the way I don't like fighting him, which is using the evasive slash to iframe through his hits. And it's effective, it's fast, but it's not fun, because it's so easy to make a mistake, and I don't like that. I prefer the technique you saw me use in my guide. But back up your save before this fight so that you don't blow all your hard work on the level, and you will eventually get it. What you're aiming for is to keep your combo as high as you can get it. If you can get your combo pretty high, that's going to help. If you're doing it the way I'm doing it and you're not taking damage from the stupid chopper, he'll die really quick, you'll have a high combo, and then the only thing that's left to be done is to shoot the flying things on the flying section. And there's a checkpoint here which kind of ruins the fight, because you can't restart, that's why we've backed up the save. But that fight you just saw there, guys, when I did this section the first time and I got to the end, I got an A. And I was like, what? So I restarted checkpoint, I did this again, I did nothing different to what you're watching now, and it gave me an S. And I think the only thing I did differently is on this run through, I was cutting the door that leads to Sundowner. I cut this like a beast, so I'm assuming it gave me extra battle points or it tipped the scales somehow, but If you have a really stellar performance and you think it should be an S but you get an A, try restarting a few times just to see if you can make that little bit of a difference. If it doesn't work, go back to your storage device, copy your save, do the fight again. But that was the second longest S rank for me. Sundowner took me ages. I don't know why. It's not tough. The fight is easy, but the S rank is just elusive. So if you're having trouble, I know how you feel. I had trouble too. But there you go. No idea what I did different. It makes no sense, but luckily enough, there it is. There's the final level stats. You'll notice it doesn't give me the no damage. Obviously because of the stupid lobby section, which should have been avoided, but somebody decided to make it a ranked fight. So thank you for watching, and you take care now.